if there's separation, like, oh no, my belief is better than your belief. I don't believe what you believe in, so you got to go over there. Now we're in disagreement. Now we're at war because we don't believe in the same things. But we have to understand that as beings, human beings, we chose to come down here on earth to express our divinity in different ways. We are one, but we also have different things that resonates to our soul. And that is okay. Hello and welcome, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Petra, and welcome to Rocking with the Stars. We are the Star family over here, and I just want to take the time to say I am so grateful for all the new subscribers that joined, that's joining the Star family, and for the people that decide to click on this video and watch it. I see you, I am you, and I just appreciate you being here, taking the time out to listen to what I have to say. But yeah, so let's get right into what's been going on because a lot has been happening. We're in eclipse season, and I can just see the change just coming, like just happening at this time. I don't know if you guys have been feeling the change, but with eclipse season, you can hear with throughout all the the astrology girlies, because I'm an astrology girly, but like you can hear how eclipse bring immense change. There's also going to be a full moon as well, so it's like eclipse, full moon, like the energy. I don't know if you guys have been feeling the energy. Let me know what y'all have been feeling down in the comments. Like, let's actually discuss and check in with one another, because I'm sending love y'all way. Like, when it comes with change, sometimes it can be a lot, and a lot of people don't know how to handle change. Like, even with me and my journey caused for me to have so much different transformations and just different things, right? And sometimes it can be tough for us to find our grounding, right? We need to be grounded. So I just urge you guys to make sure that you guys spend some time in nature. You guys find some things that ground you during this time, as all of the, as the change unfolds, because it's going to look like chaos. It will be chaotic. But that's just the energy wanting to shift and move. And we just have to surrender and allow for that energy to shift and move. But this just brings me to I'm going to check in with you guys and let you guys know what has been happening on this side of town, okay? Because it has been immense change for me. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, what's going on? Okay. So the intention that I had prior to starting putting energy back into my channel was that I wanted to find community. I'm looking for community, right? I wanted to create a safe space for people that would love to like share their ideas, share their journey, what has helped them along their journey. This is a safe space. No, there's no judgment. It is rooted in love. That is the intention that I had creating this channel. Right. But as I started the channel, I was like, okay, I wasn't all in for real. Like I would put energy and then I would go out in daily life. It wasn't until I took a step back and I was like, no, I'm going all in. I'm utilizing all my energy. This is my intention. Every time I go outside, I'm seeking community outside. I'm seeking safe places and spaces outside of myself. And I would never find that exact space or place. And maybe if you guys have grown in, like you grew up in church, y'all always wanted to find a safe space that actually saw you. And to be seen is something that feels so good. But a lot of us don't know that feeling because we constantly have to shift and turn and conform and change into whatever kind of form that will be easily digestible for other people outside of us. So we constantly had to dim our light. We constantly had to like not talk too loud. We constantly had to just shut up our ideas, like shut off our ideas, like not expand upon our ideas. We constantly had to be silenced, right? But now I'm stepping in the season where I'm like, I've been silent so long. I've been dimming my light for so long. I've been holding on to so many things that I was so curious about. There were so many topics that I've been curious about that I wasn't able to really explore with the people that was around me because it felt unsafe to do that. And I say this to say that now I'm in a season where it's like spirit literally is calling for me to speak upon the things that I was curious about. These are the things that I question. And that's why spirituality, I love spirituality so much, because it's like a relationship with yourself, having a relationship with yourself, but also a source that is bigger than us, right? So it's trying to ask ourselves those kind of questions. And I've always been to one to be so curious. Like my inner child is always very inquisitive, very like, why? What do you mean? What is this about? Like, okay, and I noticed that life has conditioned us to not critically think and to not ask any questions. We just take things as what it is and what has always been done. And when I came here, that just didn't sit right with me. But it wasn't at a space for me to express what I actually thought, because I would be condemned. I would be outcasted. I would be looked at crazy. Like I would be isolated, and then I would get bullied, you know? So I say all this to say that that has been happening on my end, where the change has been unfold, where I'm releasing the need to conform to other people's ideologies and other people's belief, because it'll be easy for them to receive me. I am choosing to say it with my chest what my truth is, to say it with my chest what I believe in, and it be okay. And so that's why I'm opening space up to you guys. Maybe you guys have always constantly felt judged, especially when you went to spaces and places like church, like all of these institutions, like all of these systems. You felt out of place and you never felt seen. This is the intention for my channel. Like I want to open up the floor, because this is not just about me. I am a reflection of you, whoever is watching this right now. And I want to create a space that is acceptable, judgment free. Like we can actually divert and like really converse with one another, the different beliefs that we have, and it be okay. Like just like nature, there's like how everything is an ecosystem. Everybody has their play, their role and their part to play. There's no judgment. Like even if we have different beliefs, there should be no judgment. There should be no separation. There's no such thing as separation. We are one. We are oneness. When we leave here, we'll go back to spirit. And spirit is just energy, and energy is just, we're all energy. There is no separation. And I feel like here in society is always, that's the narrative. Is they push the idea of separation. If there's separation, then you have to understand that causes divisiveness, and then that causes war. You know, if there's separation, like, oh no, my belief is better than your belief. I don't believe what you believe in, so you got to go over there. Now we're in disagreement. Now we're at war because we don't believe in the same things. But we have to understand that as beings, human beings, we chose to come down here on earth to express our divinity in different ways. We are one, but we also have different things that resonates to our soul. And that is okay. And I really just wanted to say this and get this off my chest, because yesterday, was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday. Like I'm saying, the day was like, ooh. Yesterday, I decided to hop on live because I was like, okay, I want to reach more people. I want to talk about different things. I want to open up a space to hear other people's beliefs, to hear how they process things, to hear like how their spiritual path has been. And just along my channel, like what I've always found to like, I kind of found very disheartening was the separation that's always put out in the spiritual community, in the religious community. There's always a kind of separation. I would literally try to go to different churches and I'll be like, oh yeah, like I want to church. I want to praise the Lord. I want to sing. I love gospel music. I want to go there. And I would hear the pastor put down somebody else's belief just to bring their own belief up. Like, oh, my beliefs are superior. If you do crystals, that's not of God. If you use tarot cards, that's not of God. If you do this, that's not of God. And when I would hear that, I hear that judgment, and I constantly was like, this is not in alignment with me. I am rooted in integrity. I am rooted in authenticity. I am rooted in love. When I hear judgment, there's no resonance. I don't have any resonance in my heart because we have to understand judgment comes from the mind. We judge people when we look at each other like, oh, you got beat down clothes. You wearing this. Oh, you po. Whole time you don't even know if that person is really a billionaire or not. The mind creates judgment because the mind creates scenarios that would keep us safe. You know? Oh, I'm gonna look at this person. He got a hoodie on. Oh, like I have to protect myself. Let me stay away from this person. That is what the mind will create. So I say all this to say that I decided to do something um, out of my comfort zone because this has been the year where I'm facing a lot of my fears. Usually, my comfort zone is to hide. It's to just like, I'm going to let somebody else step up. Like, I'll just sit back. That's okay. Like, you can take the stage front and center. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to keep my ideas to myself. I can just talk to myself, me and spirit. Like, we over here talking back and forth. We have a great relationship. You know, that is my comfort zone. I can be in my room, watch TVs, and I'm good. But spirit has called me to express a lot of my perspectives because my perspectives have unlocked a lot of things in certain people when I express them. Because sometimes we need somebody else's perspective to paint a different picture. If we only know the picture that we create, then it puts us in a state of lack and it puts us in a state of limitations. When God can present somebody into our life, and it can be somebody that will literally open our world view of things. And when you have that experience, you will constantly seek that. You will want to be expansive because as souls, we're constantly evolving and growing. Literally, our soul wants to expand and grow. It wants these things. So it's like, it's one of those things where we have to be open-minded with the way somebody else's process something. Everything is not going to be processed in the same way. I can watch a movie right now and I can get something that's completely different. But somebody else can watch that same movie and receive another message. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that that person is wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It just means that that is truth for them and that is truth for me. You know, what's true for me is what's true for me. What's true for somebody else is what's true for them. And that is okay. You can always agree to disagree. So I had to say this tangent, you guys, because I said I did something outside of my comfort zone and I hopped on live. And the statement that I put on live was Jesus was doing witchcraft. Now here, everybody can hear this. The religious people can be like, blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy. And that is what happened because I was responding to a comment that was made on my video when I was saying God has something better for you. I was talking about this is my last video. Y'all know I was talking about the Fool card in tarot. In the religious spaces, a lot of people think that tarot is blasphemous, is of the devil, is all of these things. That is not my perception of it. I look at tarot like it's a tool because that's what it is. It is a tool. The same thing as the Bible. The Bible is also a tool. Do you understand? So that was my perception. So I was breaking that down. And as I broke it down, somebody decided to comment and said, which God? Because Jesus don't condone witchcraft. And I said, okay, Jesus was doing witchcraft. Now what? Because what is your definition of witchcraft? Let's ask ourselves those questions. What is your definition of witchcraft? Why do we constantly automatically think that it's negative? Because it sounds negative. Let's start asking ourselves deeper questions. Imagine if we were in that time period with Jesus and we saw somebody walking on water and turning water into wine. What would you have called him? What would you have called him? Honestly ask yourself, and this is why I'm making a space, because I'm making a space for people to listen, to understand, to be receptive to what is being said, not listen to defend. It's easy for us to listen and be like, I'm gonna turn this off. Blasphemous. She's trying to lead people astray. No, I'm trying to lead people to start asking deeper questions about themselves. When those teachers, when we grew up in school, they were teaching us how to critically think. At least back in my day, there was a certain point where they was actually asking us to critically think about certain things. Start asking questions instead of just taking what is at surface level and then take it and be like, oh, because everybody believed this and everybody said that this is right, this is right. But don't question why people saying this is right and this is wrong and this is bad. This is good, this is bad. Why is nobody asking themselves those questions? Because back in the day, it was safe for us to follow what was said to be done without asking questions. That's how we survived. But I'm putting that out there so people can paint a different perspective. If we were there in that day and age, we would have said Jesus was a sorcerer. We would have said he was a wizard. Imagine if I was over there walking on water. What would you call me? You wouldn't say, oh, I'm doing miracles, because that's what they were arguing in my life. A lot of people, and that's why I said I got outside my comfort zone, but I had to accept the role that I am a catalyst. And I used to run from it. I'm like, no, I don't want to be in the front because I was afraid of the perceptions of others. But once I stopped caring, I was just like, you know what, whatever. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. So I did it. And yeah, people was dragging me. People was saying, oh, you blasphemous. Oh, I'm going to pray for you. Da, da, da. Because that's what the religious people do. That's what people do in these spiritual communities. They put each other, put us against each other without actually trying to ask questions and trying to understand somebody else's viewpoints. It's just like, oh, this is bad, so I'm going to cast you out. Isn't that the same thing they did to Jesus? It's not until he died on a cross for our sins where now the whole story is created over his life, and now we say it was miracles. Now we have the understanding that it was the Holy Spirit moving through him. But what is the difference from magic and miracles? What is the difference from witchcraft and miracles? Because we have to understand what is the intention. Jesus's intention was to heal people. That was the intention. He utilized his energy to heal people. Divine energy, his divinity, to heal people. Now, when we hear witch, it's like, oh, negative, because we saw the movies on shows like, oh, that's a bad witch. But we have to understand there's nothing is good or bad. Everything is energy. It's all about the intention. You understand? So it's like, that's why I was breaking this down in a live, and I was breaking this down, and I noticed even though I had a lot of contrasting views, and like people were like, no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You need to pray. Like, you need to repent. There were actually people in the live that really took a step back and was like, hold on. This actually made me think. This actually made me change my perspective. And they were like, you really impacted me. And I'm making this video to say, like, as you go along your journey and you start asking yourself certain questions, everybody is not going to like you. I'm on a journey where I know everybody is not going to like me. The time where I was trying to conform to other people and people please my way, that was not working. So I literally just had to stop caring. Because I was being put in a position where I was trying to convince people to like me, to understand me. I was trying to convince people that were adamant on misunderstanding me. Do you know how draining that is for your energy to do? Like, you're talking to somebody whose ears is already closed. They already have their final agreement. They already have their final statement about you. They already made their final judgment about you. There is no way you can convince them otherwise. So that's why I say convincing is not my ministry. Convincing is not my ministry. I'm not here to convince anybody. Okay? I'm here to say, you can believe what you want to believe. I can believe what I want to believe. And we can still be all right. The divisiveness has to stop. Like, we have to understand that we are one. We are one. We are not separate from each other. The whole role of individualism, no, we need community. We need community rooted in love and not separation. Rooted in love and not judgment. rooted in love and not divisiveness. We need those communities, because if we don't have those communities, we will literally be lost. We need each other to help each other remember who we are. Like, I'm a reflection of you, you are a reflection of me. So when I'm speaking, your soul can hear the validity of it. Your soul can hear the truth of it. And then you'll be able to start asking yourself those questions. And that's when a spiritual awakening starts. This is a journey. This is a spiritual journey. We have to start questioning certain things, because the old paradigm of follow the leader and just follow what sounds right, it's not working anymore, because these kids are going to come down here, this next generation, and they're not going to be conforming to what has been said in the past generations. They're not going to be conforming to that, because they're not going to be in fear. But we have to understand that a lot of these things were taught to us out of fear, not out of love. It was out of obligation, not out of love. So me saying this, it's going to trigger something in you, because we all have a belief system. As human beings, we have to have a belief system. When that belief system is tampered with, when it's taken away, we literally spiral out of control, because we're like, oh, all that I believed was false. This is the spiritual awakening journey. This is what happens. I've been through so many spiritual awakening journeys because I inflicted it upon myself to try to seek the truth and not just like take what was given to me. My soul wanted to seek the truth because it didn't sit right with me. That's why we talk about what is resonance. That's when you hear take what resonates and leave out the rest. Take what resonates, leave the rest out. Not everything should be resonating to you. Because not everything resonates to me. When it doesn't resonate, I don't need to drag that person. I'll just be like, "Though this is not for me. This may be for somebody else." And that's okay. And that's why the intention behind this video is for it to go to somebody who needs to hear what I'm saying right now. And I can post I'm going to post some comments on my screen of people who are really impacted by my live. And I really appreciated them, because I literally cried. When I tell you guys, like, that was very hard to do. Imagine like a majority people dragging you for what you think and what you believe in. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine putting yourself in that position willingly. That's like Jesus willingly choosing what he chose to do, because he knew they were going to cast stones on him. He knew they were going to nail him to the cross, but he willingly did that because he knew there needed to be a change. And that's how change happens. It takes one person to be like, you know what? I've seen what has been going on and on and on in these different cycles, and I just can't stand it no more. I need to step up. I need to present a different perspective. I need to present a different path. Because when I was going along my journey, my spiritual journey, I needed guides. I needed mentors who genuinely and were passionately like caring about what I was going through. I needed those people. I didn't have those people. And me not having those people, there's no kind of resentment. This just makes me know like, oh, this is my purpose, because what I lacked is now what I can become. So other people don't have to lack that. I can be the change that I wish to see. I can step up to the forefront and be like, listen, I can be a guide. I can be a way shower. But here's the thing. This is just me telling you to remember who you are. This is not to put me on a pedestal, because I can even still humbly say, as much as I've learned, as much as I've gotten so much wisdom throughout my journey, I still don't know everything. And that's what keeps me a student of life. I'm forever a student of life. But when it comes to these spaces and places in this religious culture, it's, oh, because the Bible said this, and that it makes it truth. And that's why I'm making this video, because it's like, it's time for people to wake up and start asking themselves those questions. And guess not a lot of people are going to like it, because in that live, let me tell you, 1,000 people were in that live. 15 people followed me. 1,000 people were in that live. 15 people followed me. There were only a handful of people that were defending me. Majority of people were dragging me. But I chose to focus on the people who were actually adamant on trying to listen to understand and not listen to defend. If we constantly focus on the people that are dead set are not trying to understand you, you're wasting energy. You're wasting your breath. Focus on the people who see you already. You're speaking in your truth and they hear the validity of it. They feel the validity of it. You don't have to convince them. They see who you are. And that's what it showed to me, because I was like, oh wow, like this is literally, everybody that joined my live, it was a healing thing. Like it was healing, even for the people, that didn't agree with what I had to agree with. There was one person that was just like, you know what, I know we still have, we have differing views, but I really appreciate you for bringing this vivid discussion. I really appreciate you, Petra. Like, and I was like, you know what, I appreciate you. Because people needed to see that. Just like a story, people need to see a villain and a hero. But the thing is, we have to understand we're both. We're our own villain and we're our own hero. Like, we're our own judge. We're our own jury. If we feel something is bad, that is us saying it's bad. That's nothing outside of us saying it's bad. It's just us. So it's like we have to be mindful and really start coming together, even if we have differing views, because you don't know who you can learn from. You don't know who God is sending your way to learn certain things, to like expand your way, your view of God, to expand your relationship with God. You don't know. So it's being open-minded and having an open heart. Because I'm always accepting of everybody. I'm always accepting of other people's views and beliefs. I plan on traveling to see other people's cultures and seeing how they have a relationship with God. And I will see what resonates with me and what doesn't. That is discernment. That is really operating from a soul space and not a mind, not an ego space. We have to know the difference. We have to know the difference, because if you're defending, that is something in you that I triggered that you have to look within and be like, why is this triggering me? 9 times out of 10 is because your inner child believed in something and he or she doesn't want to let go of that belief, even when the truth is in their face. But I just have to say, like, it's so necessary. Like, it's so necessary for us to ask questions and do that inner work. Because once you start asking yourself deeper questions, that's how you start doing shadow work. That's how you start getting to know yourself. What actually resonates to you? What resonates to your being? Is checking in with yourself. Because there's a lot of information out here. You can't take it all. You can't believe it all. What do you believe in? What does your soul believe in? Not your mind. Because like I said before, your mind will believe in a lie if it keeps us safe. That is what the mind does. The mind is created to keep us safe in a society, in structure, in systems. That's what the mind does. Your heart is what knows what is true and what is not. Your soul leads you. Your mind would have you believing, oh, you like this, but that's just the mind. Your mind will have you believing, oh, you like this because everybody else like it. But your heart will always tell you what is true to you. Your heart can listen to something and you can receive it and you can feel it through energy. You can feel the authenticity of it from when I'm speaking, because I'm speaking from the heart, not from the mind. I don't care to be right. The ego will be like, I want to be right. So I'm going to make sure you guys believe what I believe in. That is ego. The heart is like, I don't care what you believe. I love you anyways. I'm just telling you my perspective. You can receive it or you don't have to receive it. You have the option. You have the choice. You are the creator of your own reality. Nobody outside of you has authority to tell you what you should and shouldn't believe in. So I'm not going to allow somebody outside of me to tell me what I should and shouldn't believe in. What they think is going to be, what they think is blasphemy. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that, because I've done that many times along my journey, to the point where I said enough is enough. Because every time somebody came across my journey, who said they were Christian and religious, they will tell me, oh, that's not of God. And I'll be like, okay, show me another way. Because I would say, show me another way. And then next thing you know it, there's crickets. They disappear. So what is your intention for telling me that something is wrong, but then disappearing? Like, oh, you can't even show me. You can't even be a guide to guide me to the truth. Because your soul doesn't even know the truth for real. Like, you don't even know the truth for real. You don't even know the truth for real. Because you're not able to guide me to where truth is. So, but me, I've come through many different experiences spiritually, and there's still more to learn. But I'm choosing to become that guide because I know I didn't have that guide. I will go through spiritual psychosis, going down the rabbit hole. Literally didn't have any grounding. But I had to get myself out of that with spirit, like my spirit. Listen, my ancestors, God, they was over here helping me. I had to be in solitude. I had to go through it by myself because everybody around me, they were not helping at all. You know? So it's like, that's why I know I was called to be more present on this channel and help people and guide people. Especially I'm called to do more lives and talk to people, because me hearing that, I literally cried because it was like, they started sending love in the chat because I just felt like I had a beat down. Like it was a battlefield. It was. It was a battlefield trying to prove my sincerity, trying to prove my validity. But then I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to focus on the people who actually are asking questions out of curiosity and not asking questions just to receive the information and say, yeah, that's why I knew you were wrong. Do you see how manipulative that is? I'm always somebody that I ask questions to be like, oh, I genuinely want to know. But certain people ask questions just to prove that you're wrong. And that's not how it should be. That's not love. And God is love. So that's not of God, if we're being honest. So it's like the same people that are judging us, they're judging themselves because we are one. We're reflecting out with each other. And that's what Jesus came down here to teach us. Jesus came down here to teach us that we are not separate. I am with you. You are within me. There is no separation. This is unconditional love. This is acceptance. And you can see unconditional love because he was sitting at the table with the people he knew was going to betray him. He was sitting at the table with people he knew was going to betray him. Like, do y'all understand that? Even us today, we don't even stay close to the people that's betraying. Like, do y'all get that? We be quick to cut somebody off. He was teaching unconditional love. And yes, I got people's attention saying witchcraft, but we have to understand the word witchcraft is not necessarily negative. It's witchcraft. It's a witch crafting something. What makes it negative? But you read from somewhere, oh, all witches are bad. That is a generalized statement. We have to start asking ourselves that question because everything has intention. What is the intention behind it? That's like saying, oh, money is bad. All money is just money, period, is bad. That's a general statement. Money is just energy. Energy is just, it is what it is. It just is. It's not good or bad. It's the intention behind the person utilizing the money. What is the intention behind that person? Does that person want to create community with that money? Does that person want to create opportunities with that money? What is the intention behind it? Or is it the opposite? Does that person just want to have power? I want to take over the world. What is the intention? These are all tools. Tarot is a tool. The Bible is a tool. Just like with tarot, somebody can have bad intentions. Just like with the Bible, somebody can have bad intentions. They had bad intentions when creating the Bible to have control over us. Do y'all understand? It's questioning and really going all the way back to the beginning. Like, that is what I just wanted to open a space for. But I just want to say, like, it's been rapidly, everything has just been very, very rapid, like, it's just been a rapid transformation on my side, and I can literally see it. And I'm so grateful that I learned how to be confident and rooted in myself, because old me, I would have been shaking in my boots. Like I would have logged off on live, and I'm like, I ain't going back again, because out of fear of like people persecuting me for what I had to say. Can you imagine? But I stayed rooted because I got to know myself before coming onto the field and like showing my face. I had to get rooted in what I believe in. I had to get rooted because people tear each other down through cyberbullying so much these days. It's like you don't know that person for real. But I just thank God that I'm spiritually protected. I'm blessed and highly favored. Nobody, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Do you understand? So me knowing that, I knew that's why God called me into this space to expand on people's like perspective of God, because God wants a relationship with all of us. And there's different ways to receive God's love, because we're all different, but also the same. And yes, it is a contradiction, but that is the dichotomy of everything. Like we are walking contradictions, and that is okay. So I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to hear this as they start their spiritual awakening journey. And I just want to say that that's why I'm so passionate about showing up here and not abandoning this channel again, because I know I needed somebody like me. I'm about to cry again. I'm not gonna cry. But I really needed someone like me who truly cared and wanted to listen and hear me, see my soul, see my heart. I needed somebody with great intentions. That's why I had to become the person that I needed. So I don't know who needed to hear this, that are starting their journey. I'm telling you, this is a safe space rooted in love. That is the intention that I'm putting out here into this video. And I hope it goes to the person that needs to hear it. Please drop down in the comments. I would love to be intimate with you guys. I know I'm being on live. You can definitely follow me on TikTok so you can join in on the conversations, because this is what I'm called to do. And I literally just figured that out after going on live. And I was like, oh, well, this is what God is calling me to. And I'm just glad that you guys are following me along my journey. And you guys, I really don't know what's in store. Like, I'm I am really grateful, you guys. Like, I've been emotional because it was tough. Like, yesterday was really tough. But I appreciate those people that stayed until the very end. Do you know people watched that live for 2 hour plus? I stayed on live for 4 hours. People stayed on for 2 hour plus trying to hear me out. And like, there were like a couple of people that stayed, about 4 people that stayed and be like, we love you, girl. Like, I needed you right now. I'm so grateful. And I know I needed me. And so that's why I don't want to give up on this channel again. And I just look forward to the growth. I look forward to the many people that I impact along my journey, because you guys are impacting me just as much as I'm impacting you. And it's just that exchange of energy. And I want that reciprocal energy, because it's all balance and it's all love. And love is limitless. So like we can all be in love and be love to other people and share that love. But yeah, like my hands are shaking. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go. I'm going to ground myself. I'm probably just going to, watch more inspiring things that will keep me on my journey. And I will not get discouraged. I'm telling myself, I'm saying I will not get discouraged. And you shouldn't either. If you are starting to do something that is against the grain, you're carving your own path. I'm here to tell you that I see you, I am you, and I'm with you. Okay. So that is all I have to say right now. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it to anybody you feel may need to hear this message. Definitely put some comments down. Put like my favorite heart emoji is the pink and the star one poking out. I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah, that's my favorite heart emoji. If you stayed all the way through, put that emoji in the comment section, because then I'll know that like I know I'm loved, but also that you are loved as well, because I see and we reflect each other. So I love y'all so much. Y'all stay flowing, glowing, and growing. Stay blessed and highly favored, okay? I love y'all so much. Peace and love.